absolute best.
Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne.
I think I got my swagger back. Oh.
I love it, baby.
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins. By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, April 2nd. It's massive. I mean, it might as well. Women's, what's it called? Women's amateur. Is it an amateur event at Augusta this week?
Beats me. I don't know.
I can't remember, but we're getting shots from Augusta. That's what's important. The azaleas are about to be in full bloom. So it's a wonderful time of the year, and college basketball's over. No one cares about it anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we're all good.
Yeah, you know the Masters is getting close. I don't know exactly when the Masters is every year. It's around this time, but I don't know the exact date. But when every golf brand has their like azalea collection comes out, you know we're close.
You nailed it. That's it. That's really like the key factor. I mean, I don't even think Augusta National knows is about to happen until the Roback drops their latest azalea collection.
Get 20% off.
It's obviously baseball season. Big series coming up. Dark mode series.
Yeah. Well, dark mode game.
Sorry, dark mode game. Apologies.
Yeah. Well, if you win on Saturday, maybe you just don't take them off until you lose.
I'm shocked we haven't gone just a full dark mode series. I mean, we pretty much made Omaha a dark mode series, and
pretty much that whole like
the whole postseason.
The whole postseason was dark mode.
Yeah, big series coming up, and then transfer portal stuff has officially blown up. Which the basketball one still technically isn't open, correct? It's just, or did it open up?
I don't know.
Next week.
This is
next.
I was gonna say this is the one that opens after. It's the one that makes sense, correct, Trey? It's the one that opens when everyone's done playing.
This is new this year that they're waiting until, because last year it started. You were right at the end of the Sweet 16, but this year it will start after the season's over.
Look at that, NCAA making headways. Like we're moving in the right direction and something. And then of course Tommy Tuberville is trying to pass legislation, so. If you're in Alabama, make sure you vote Tommy Tuberville. I'm sure whatever legislation he's trying to pass will not hurt the good Crimson Tide fans. So make sure you vote him in for Senate. That I don't think he understands. Like if whatever he's doing screws Alabama football, no chance he wins. Like if he's like, hey, we need everyone playing on level playing field, you're not getting voted in, brother. Good luck.
Well, it's okay because Gus Malzahn is now is he the chairman of the playoff commission?
Is he the chairman? I didn't realize he was. I saw he was on the committee. I didn't realize he was the chairman.
Yeah, I think he's the chairman. So
okay,
I feel good about it. Not as a Tennessee fan, but as a anti-Alabama fan.
I feel like he hates Auburn now more than he hates Alabama, though.
Really?
Would he? Yeah.
Yeah, but like all of his like stuff, like he won at Auburn. Like can he really hate it? All of his like trophy cases and memorabilia is from Auburn.
I think he can. Does he? I don't know, but I think he could.
He definitely hates Alabama more than he could ever hate Auburn.
Why? But his only hatred towards Alabama would be being the Auburn coach. So if as I suspect he hates Auburn, I could see him putting out a flimsy Alabama team in just to spite Auburn.
I'm surprised they didn't call him again.
I would be 0% shocked to find out that he just doesn't care about Alabama at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe this suits or this doesn't work for Alabama fans. I would be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Speaking of tough weeks, if it's a tough week for Alabama fans, tough week for Memphis. Did you see the stray they caught from LeBron on Bob Does Sports?
Oh, yeah.
Tough week, man.
I haven't watched the episode. Have either of y'all watched it?
No, but I haven't. I've seen clips. I would like to bring up that. So he dives deeper into like lore of the Internet Invitational than he was willing to about his what he calls his favorite book, which is Malcolm X's biography, and his favorite movie, which he says is The Godfather. He wouldn't talk about a single thing from the book, wouldn't talk about his favorite scene from the movie. He just said, "Oh, there's so much good stuff in here." So either he is watching Internet Invitational a lot, and it's one of his favorite things of all time, or I think we know our answer on if he's ever seen The Godfather. One or the other.
And
in the midst
of those things where you probably, if you don't like LeBron, you probably shouldn't watch it because I've seen a lot of people are like, dang it, now I kind of like LeBron.
I came to terms, though, like years ago, that it wasn't LeBron that I disliked. It was ESPN being LeBron fans that I disliked.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was what I realized. Because, yeah, he's fun.
Mm-hmm.
He's fun, in fact. And he's one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
The greatest basketball player of all time. Not the greatest NBA player, the greatest basketball player of all time.
Did I say the greatest NBA player? That's very weird that I would even say
No,
that.
I was putting it out there. So
also, yeah, I mean, poor Memphis, like just catching the wildest strays. I mean, John Morant level strays. Like there's no reason for him to say the city Memphis, and he did.
John Morant level strays is crazy.
I mean, it fits. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. But I mean, you can't go from LA and live the life you have. And then next year, people were like, could he go to Memphis? That man ain't going to Memphis. He went from Miami to LA.
He did live at stint in Cleveland. Don't forget Cleveland.
That's why. I mean, from Cleveland, and now he's been to Miami and LA. Like he is not going back to anywhere but home, unless he's going somewhere tropical, huh?
Which is Cleveland.
Yeah, that's it. Home or tropical is where he's going, not Memphis.
Yeah, but I don't think they asked him about Memphis specifically. I think they just asked him about like being on the road, and he threw out Memphis and Milwaukee. He's like, I mean, I'm 41 years old. I don't want to I don't want to go out on a Thursday in Memphis.
True.
Good barbecue. I don't know. I mean, I know he's a taco guy, but good barbecue in Memphis.
One and only.
One and only is good. I'm trying to remember the name of the rib place downtown. That place is phenomenal.
Did the Rendezvous?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That the reason I'm like the fact that I knew that makes me sound like a fat ass.
No one where
I knew the rib place downtown in Memphis.
Knowing where good barbecue at is not a fat move. That's just means you're well versed. You're traveled. You know the spots.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, one of my
thanks for
sitting the place. Yeah, no, it's a great place. I'm upset that I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah,
so that's a great pool. Has been a crazy week though. I mentioned the transfer portal. So I guess women's basketball, I guess you can enter, you just can't do anything because the entire Lady Vols team has left.
Yeah, I think it's more of plans to enter.
Oh, okay.
Enter. Yeah. That's what always unless you're a grad transfer, like Tennessee did get a commit already. And
right.
It was because it was a grad transfer, no matter what that Dick Rash guy from Kentucky Sports Radio.
Okay, I track now. Okay.
It's a grad transfer, so he is able to enter the transfer portal beforehand.
Right. Okay. Crazy. Did you see Candace Parker's April Fool's prank?
No, I didn't.
one of the meanest. I love Candace. One of the meanest April Fool's pranks I've ever seen in my entire life. He does a podcast with some former South Carolina basketball player. Let me see if I can find out who it is. Aaliyah Boston. Is that how you say her name? Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah Boston.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
She read off this like news report. She did a good job. I don't know if she wrote it before or what. That said, like, South Carolina is paying back pay to athletes who like help win national championships. And like read off what she would be getting from South Carolina based on the number of national championships she won and point score. I don't remember what it all was, but read it off to where she would be getting $1.7 million. So Aaliyah Boston's like, oh my gosh, I'm getting $1.7 million. She says she has to call her mom. She's smiling, grinning ear to ear in disbelief. And thankfully, before she called her mom, Candace Parker's like, April Fools. I don't know how much money Aaliyah Boston's made in the WNBA. 1.7 million is a lot. I want to know how much Candace Parker's made in her career since leaving Tennessee for 1.7 to not seem cruel.
I got on April Fool's. We got called into a meeting and they gave somebody a promotion saying that he was going to be an overnight fulfillment manager. And that
what does that mean in your line of work?
I don't really know. I didn't really care about that. Obviously it wasn't me, but then they're like, yeah, so we're going to have a team that stays one night a week from 1 to 10.
And you're like, I'm in. That means I get out of baby time.
I'm like, what? So there was people beside me. They were like, I'm going to look for another job. Like, I'm getting out of here. And they finally said April Fool's, but it got me for a second. I was like fully prepared for it to be April Fool's. And then they're like, yeah, like 1 to 10, it's to capture the business out west. Like, they made a really good pitch for it. But then they're like, April Fool's, we're not. I'm like, yeah, they probably couldn't keep me here until 10 o'clock. So, yeah, I got.
What if you got that promotion, though?
Yeah, they gave that guy was in on it, I think.
Okay, good. I was going to say, if that was not okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that would have been.
He was in on it.
Okay.
But then I was like, that's not even overnight. 1 to 10 is just.
I realized that when you said to catch the business out west. I was thinking that's just second shift.
Yeah.
Which second shift, it's only bad on the weekends. During the week, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. Like, you just can't plan anything during the day. Like, you go have lunch, then you go in at 1 o'clock. That wouldn't be fun to me.
I've done a second shift. It's only bad on Fridays when you want to go do. I also am a person. I don't do anything after work. So
yeah, Fridays that would suck. Basketball roster. I know it's fresh. It's a fresh wound, but we've already had a show about the loss and whatever. I mean, it just sucks. It sucks. But the men's roster, like, there's going to be like a big overhaul. It's not as big as the Lady Vols right now, but you're gonna have to replace quite a bit. You've already started with probably the biggest need that you needed this past year in a shooter. And
I'd like to get out in front of this. Okay. I have no faith he'll be a good shooter at Tennessee. I know how this goes.
Yeah. The whole Justin Powell thing, I was like, please don't be Justin Powell. Please don't be Justin Powell.
I think he looks better than Justin Powell. That was for obvious reasons, first connections.
Sure.
But I don't know. Until I see a true pure shooter at Tennessee, I'm just not buying it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay thinking that way because that's what I thought about this team going into the NCAA tournament. I was okay to be wrong. I enjoyed the ride. I'll enjoy the ride if he's real.
Do you think Chaz or Dalton, would you give them? I mean, they weren't just a shooter, but
right.
Dalton, they were pretty good shooters.
Dalton far exceeded my expectations for him, especially as a shooter.
Yeah.
but that's okay because I didn't hang a ton of expectations on him. So,
But I mean, this guy, like, he's a sharpshooter. That's all he does.
he's a shooter.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming I haven't watched defensive highlights. Nobody's put him out for rightfully so. But yeah, let me see what he does defensively, because if it's not good, Rick Barnes doesn't give a shit what you can shoot.
Right.
I imagine if Rick Barnes was on him this early, he's very comfortable with his defensive play.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take much. Tennessee got him on a visit, and obviously didn't have to travel that far.
Parents and all
Went to a midweek game, and they were sold. They took one glimpse of Ross Kivett at third base, and we're all in on it.
He looks slimmer at third. I'm proud of him. I don't know if he's slimmed down or if it's the third base line, but
well, I think
he's looking good.
I think they're going to have to move him back.
That's actually one of the things I noticed in that Georgia video. Is I thought he was looking slim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's too close to an opposing dugout. I think you got to move him back.
He did it at Houston. He'll be fine. There'll be some games that's the friendly confines.
Yeah, I think the plan is Craig Bell is going to be the third base coach, and Ross Kivett will be back at first.
Really?
Yeah, Craig Bell was sick on Tuesday, so that's why.
That sounds like a weak ass excuse. It's East Tennessee. It's April in East Tennessee. We're all sick right now. In fact, I've had a headache for going on 12 hours. Shout out to sinuses.
Yeah. Well, he's new here. That's why.
Don't get a shot. Don't you get shots weekly?
He's got to build up this immune system. Yeah, I got him today.
I'm proud of you. I can't imagine going to the doctor every week. That would drive me nuts.
Yeah, the other day I went to the doctor. They for my annual, and they draw blood. So I got that, and then I got 3 shots for allergies. So I mean, I just got pumped full of everything.
Well, you got some stuff pulled out.
Yeah.
They got you coming and going.
That was one thing I was like, dude, you got to get this needle out of me. It's been in here way too long. Like, how much?
They put everything through one needle?
They kept like getting out different like vials of it. Yeah.
Oh, you got a few.
Yeah. I mean, I was
Full
like,
screen.
hey, I was like, you got to get a bigger one of those things. We got to fill it up and get out. Yeah, getting old.
Speaking of basketball, I wanted to ask real quick before we change topics.
You're an hour late.
I know. Well, no. You guys were. I wasn't gonna.
I was gonna try to bring it back to basketball. So yeah, you do that.
There we go. What do you guys make of the report? I'm trying to find exactly who it was that Tennessee basketball is having like a lot of money put to the side for this upcoming portal season. I mean, like, what do you take from that?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's obvious Tennessee is willing to spend money. I mean, they paid a lot of money for Nate Ament to get on campus.
Yeah, it's more so like the heavy investments, because I'm not convinced we're making a heavy investment in football. We're not in the top. You mentioned that budget, Trevor. We're top spenders. We're not in that category when you look across the board. When you look at Ohio State, Michigan, LSU now, like, we're not there. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how big the commitment truly is to basketball. I'll believe it when I see it.
I just think it's worth noting that, because I think you're totally right on, Caleb, that you're seeing that is Tennessee now. I'm not saying Danny White and the athletic department is completely switching to like, hey, let's put all our chips in one basket. I don't think that. But I think a lot of schools, unless I guess you're LSU, are making these decisions of like, hey, let's pour more money into this sport versus this sport. I'm not saying that you're killing off football or baseball or whatever, but I think it's worth noting there that you don't see those reports like Tennessee's putting all this money together for football, but then you're seeing it basketball. I just think it's interesting because, I mean, I wasn't here for the episode after the Michigan game, but it's Tennessee and Duke are the only 2 programs who have gone back to the Elite Eight. I mean, that's it the last 3 years. So, I mean, you're there, and we don't need to reopen it all. But I think it's worth noting that Tennessee's taken basketball super, super seriously now. That's how I saw that report.
Yeah.
Like, okay, they're ready to take that next jump.
And that's not to say they haven't been bought in. They're spending money. It's just these reports, pretty much the moment it might have been reported during the game because we knew we lost with 20 minutes left, that all of a sudden Tennessee's all the way in. Okay, well, let's put your money where your mouth is. And kind of my whole gripe with Danny White when everyone's like, it's part of tickets being so sought after. This is how you get better football teams. In the world of college sports, mine and Landon's season ticket money doesn't get football teams better. And you can add 100,000 of us. It's not how it works. If you want your teams to be better in this era in college football, you go to the Jimmy Haslam's of the world and you convince them that their great grandkid is going to piss this money away anyways. So why don't you piss it away on a national championship? That's how you get good at these sports. Or you go the Louisiana route, who in 20 years, we're going to have a Netflix episode about how the state wouldn't fund the rebuild. They had to reconstruct these levees, and the state funneled that money to a Lane Kiffin football team to win a national championship. And now you have Katrina 2.0. Guarantee you that's going to come out because the Louisiana governor's all in. There's no doubt in my mind. Children's hospitals losing money or the state's losing critical infrastructure money. Someone's losing money somewhere.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that. I mean, there's going to be stories come out of these small towns in Podunk, Louisiana, 10 years from now that like schools are shutting down, police departments aren't getting paid, there's no fire departments. Be like, oh, where's this trace back to? Be like, oh, this was the Brian Kelly buyout. This was Lane Kiffin's contract. So yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, they don't have to give up a sport because they'll just give up, name a parish in Louisiana. They'll just give it up. They don't care. So yeah, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that Tennessee is serious about getting guys. I just doubt if it's at the level that's being suddenly reported after we get smoked in an Elite Eight game.
They're not willing to overpay for somebody to make sure they're on the roster,
which I'm kind of okay with.
Yeah,
to a degree.
But I think LSU is one of those teams where, like, Sam Leavitt was like, "Hey, I have this number. Okay, we'll give you $3 million over that."
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Done. Like they were. I mean, that's just FU money as well.
And Lane Kiffin doesn't care about fit. He doesn't care about team attitude, camaraderie. He saw Auburn almost make it to a Final Four after getting in a fight on a team plane. He's like, "Yeah, sign me up. That sounds like a good time." Yeah. There's a whole, speaking of Netflix documentaries, a whole WWE documentary about how they used to just get drunk and fight on the plane. Let's do that. Yeah, no, it's Kiffin apparently has people bought in because he's like, we need to win now. Mm-hmm. Well, throwing money at 21-year-old kids that you think are good at football because you saw them play one good season, that's not going to win you a championship. That alone.
Yeah. Well, also, he doesn't like to coach in big games. So, I mean, he can't win a national championship if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see this experiment play out.
Yeah, I think that it is this year. Like, you're going to have so many guys that had an impact on last year's team, which the year before that, not a lot of carryover besides Felix Agpara.
I know this is and then so getting into that, I know this is a hot take. I think Tennessee, while they have to go get like a Dalton Knecht, Chaz Lanier type guy in the portal, I think they need to be focused a lot on keeping a lot of the pieces you have. I think there's a lot left on this roster. It isn't. Yeah. This isn't a portal flip like last year.
Well, that's where you're going to see the buy-in is like, are they willing to, like a JP Estrella could probably make a ton of money if he entered the portal, a 6'11" guy that can run the floor and has that touch. And
he does shoot Kareem sky hooks from 15 feet away. So don't forget that when you pay that. When you sign that 7-figure check, don't forget that.
Well, I mean, Will Wade will sign it, whatever. But I mean, like those guys, like they're going to have an asking price. Last year, they didn't have anything to go off of. So it was like, here's what you're getting paid. Right. Well, now it's like, hey, this is what I'm worth. And this is what somebody was willing to pay me. Also, if you don't pay that person, you're going to have to go pay somebody else in the portal. So like, what is that? What is that worth? Yeah. And how does that all work out is going to be interesting because like you can't keep everybody.
Right. And two of the big guys, I'm curious who are like identify one or two guys that you're like, I really think Tennessee needs to keep. For me, I feel like it's obvious. Not that these are the only two guys you should keep, but for me, two of my biggest factors are freshmen and Amari Evans and Dwayne Brown. There was just so much potential there. They both played really good basketball a lot of the time. They're freshmen. Those two guys for me who have been attached to potential portal guys are in that category of you pay them before you go pay someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Because like if you go in the portal, you're probably overpaying for that person, unless it's a Dalton Connect coming from Northern Colorado, and you just don't really know what he can be.
That guy should get back pay, by the way. Speaking of guys who should get back pay.
Yeah. But I mean, like Cade Phillips is on this roster next year again. Like, what does he look like? How does he fit? I don't really know. Troy Henderson, like he dealt with some injuries this past season, but kind of like what you saw in him. And then Bishop Boswell is another one that, like, hey, you got a shooter in this already. Like, are they, if they go get a wing that can start, like, is that way like, hey, I can go play somewhere else? Like, what's his asking price? Is it worth it? I don't know. There's just a ton of questions to answer. Again, like, I would like to keep this roster intact. I just feel like it's going to be hard to keep everybody because everybody had an impact coming back.
Right. Who's your name or two that you're thinking? I feel like we really need to keep them around. They're a big.
I mean, those two for sure. I mean, JP Estrella, I think, is a absolute must. I think he's a good leader. Obviously, like he has that, like he's just kind of that personality in your locker room. We talked about like after this season, you're like, hey, like the guys that we lost, like I just wasn't emotionally attached to those people. I feel like JP Estrella is a guy like at the end of his Tennessee career, you're like, okay, I was emotionally attached to that. That sucks that he's no longer here.
Sure.
Or you're celebrating that, like, hey, glad we got him, glad we won a natty with him or something like that. That'd be nice.
Oh, okay. Big year the next 2 years.
Yeah.
All right.
I think I like Evans and Brown. I think those are big. I think Jalen Carey, I don't know what his asking price is going to be.
I think Jalen Carey is that one that I would not have said 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, 100%. But he was really good in March.
He was kind of, besides Felix, like he kind of was the guy down low.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to say turn him away. I mean, and again, I think a lot of this does come down to prices because, I mean, how much can you spend? And is the next guy behind him that you go get more or less money? I don't know. Yeah.
And that's the thing with the portal is like there's so many factors that can cause a guy to go in the portal, but every time somebody enters, you're like, oh my God, like what's going on? Like, what are we doing? Why are we not paying this guy?
Yeah.
And then you have people where you pay them and it's like Boo Carter's situation. It was terrible.
Well, it's not all terrible. Like he's putting up a fight in Colorado right now.
Yeah. I saw where an assistant coach was like, yeah, Boo Carter's one of the most he's the most talented defensive back I've ever coached besides Travis Hunter. Oh my God, we're already starting this.
He probably is, though. That's the sad part.
I mean, Colton Hood is a first rounder. Like he was just that Colorado.
Well, that's true. I would. What we
then
saw.
You have Ryan Staub say that he's been coached more the past 3 weeks than he was ever coached at Colorado.
That's two different positions, to be fair. I mean, I think Boo Carter's extremely talented. I think he was a wreck at Tennessee, but
yeah.
What were you saying, Trey? Sorry,
I was just going to say when you were talking about the portal and basketball, I think it's also worth noting that in college basketball, the portal, at least last year, and it sounds like early reports this year, the numbers are insane. Like obviously, like college or the football portal is also nuts, but I mean, you had guys last year, $5-6 million. I mean, that's as much as some of these mid-majors have in a full program. And guys are getting that, like Yaxel, is somewhere close to that 5 or to 6 range. And, so I think it's worth noting that, yes, retention's a really big thing. And sometimes you can get those guys for cheaper because of the buy-in. You just don't want to go out there and everyone's going to be expensive when you go in the portal. I mean, that's just what it's going to be. So retain as much as you can on the cheaper end. So you're going to have to spend money if you go to the portal. I mean, that's
yeah.
Look at Kentucky. I mean, their whole team was the portal and it was 20 some odd million. So,
and that's the thing, like you go spend $20 million and it doesn't work out, like I feel like your program can go one or two ways. You can be like, all right, we're not spending that much because it wasn't worth it, or you got to almost double it to get better.
Yeah, but White County, Whitesburg, whatever it's called, they don't need their SNAP benefits, so we can just buy a team next year.
True.
You talk about dead money, like Kentucky's a great example. They had what, $8-9 million sitting on their bench in the NCAA tournament because of injury.
Easily.
Yeah, they paid that.
And what can you do if they're actually injured? What can? It's just part of it. Like you just got to sign. You just signed up
with that. With that guy, wasn't it? I'm blanking on his name, but
Quintance.
Yes,
Quintance.
But he tore his ACL before he came there, didn't he? Like they knew he was coming off injury.
That's great.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, there was an injury. Yes,
yeah,
and they thought he was still going to be the best player in the portal, and never played.
Never.
What does Tennessee do with Ethan Berg? Because like I have been an Ethan Berg hater. I have been.
Stop.
He did handle himself pretty well in the tournament. Like he wasn't a just defensive liability. He didn't do really anything offensively, but I thought
I was going to say he was a poor man's Yves Pons. What are we talking about?
So you think he's gone?
I don't know. I don't know. If he's here, he's probably just not. He's not like he's raking in. Even he's probably his apartment's paid for. We'll say that.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I hope we're not spending just a buttload of money on him. No offense to him. I'm glad he's getting to play college basketball. He's fine.
You make it sound like a make-a-wish.
But well, I mean, why are people pretending he stepped up in a big way defensively? But like that, also one of his better games, we got just smacked around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A
lot of people really
go all in on getting Nate to come back.
Why not? I mean, you might as well try. Listen, it's one of those where Rick Barnes got to call him into the office and go, let's say you came back. What would it take? Like, you got to try. You got to throw it out there.
Yeah, sure. Also, if Nate's your guy, like, hey, what do you need?
Yeah.
Also, like, money is one thing. What do you need around you?
Do you really need money, though? It doesn't buy happiness, you know?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to get plenty of money in a year. How about
Nate,
you come back one more year?
Listen, Nate, you come back one more year, and I guarantee you will not get drafted by the Memphis Grizzlies. We will promise you that.
Yes.
That's actually his whole selling point. And listen, if you want to go to San Antonio, you've heard about San Antonio, haven't you? You listen to Chuck. We'll send you there if you're into that. If you're not, say the word. But if you are, say the word.
Yeah, we can see if we can get you to Charlotte.
Doubtful he'd want that, but we could try.
Yeah. You might want to go home. You never know. Grant Williams is there.
Maybe.
Hottest team in the East. Hottest team in the East.
Dude, the Hornets are good.
But they don't have the women that Charles Barkley likes. At least he doesn't mention it. Or he doesn't like. He says he doesn't like. Let's be honest. He talks about them an awful lot.
Is Charles Barkley married?
I don't know.
Surely not, as much as he talks about women, but who knows?
He does only talk about the ugly ones, to be fair.
Well, what does Tennessee need? What's their biggest need? Obviously, they've landed a shooter. What's their biggest need other than that?
I think a point guard.
Okay.
And I mean, I think you're replacing the shooter, not so much anyone you truly had, but you're replacing. You got to find, I think, you don't have a rim protector like Felix Bar on this roster. You have some guys that will play fine in the post. I think you need to find your next Felix.
Yeah.
And a point guard. This is it's not a complete overhaul. It's not the Lady Vols, but it's going to be an expensive one.
I think it's one of those things where if you land a shot blocker, I feel like one of these posts has to leave.
Probably. But I think I'm okay with that because I think you need a true rim protector.
Yeah. And I don't know who that is. does it not make sense to bring Jalen Carey back? I don't know. I would like for it to make sense,
but don't think he's the odd man out in that because he's not. That isn't the person that would be losing that time.
Right, but if he's like asking for $2 million, Tennessee's gonna be like, hit the road, Jack.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe
they're all in, Landon. They're all in.
Well, my question is,
you ever heard of a school voucher?
What is Kate Phillips?
That's where that money's going.
He was trying to learn how to shoot threes. I don't know. Learn how to shoot threes sounds bad, but he was practicing shooting threes and trying to be more of a wing player. But I just don't see him as a wing player.
We won't let him shoot threes. He'll go to Arkansas.
And lie about it so we lose somebody else on the roster too.
What did he end up doing? Anything?
Jonas?
Yeah.
I don't know. He lost his Toby Awaka, so that's
by the way, I'm glad you mentioned that. I hope Toby Awaka wins a national championship. That's someone who I thought we should have kept.
Well, I mean, that was Jonas's fault.
Sure. But I think we could have rolled in and been like, big money.
Yeah. That'd been nice to have. Him and Jalen
You're not
Carey.
rooting for Tobe? It's
No.
Tobe. What? That's not a bad ex. That's one you're like, you got mutual. You were like, hey, I want the best for you, honey.
Yeah, but
you probably don't call her honey because you're broken up now, and that sounds sarcastic, but you get the point.
Caleb, we don't care about basketball anymore. We don't care who wins it.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm going to hinge on it.
It's over. I mean,
it also means Michigan doesn't win. It also means Dan Hurley doesn't win.
Yeah.
You have Illinois left. You know what we think about them.
Hey, SEC's still alive. Auburn's got a big game in the semifinals tonight.
Is this win 20? I meant to mention that to you, Trey. Keep me updated. Is this 22 or 23?
I'm still
21,
working
I
on
think.
ChatGPT to make a graphic for us. So
okay,
I think it's 21.
This is just win 21.
Yeah, the NIT takes forever.
Yeah, he's still shattering records though. Even his dad couldn't do that.
Yeah. I think Tennessee could use I don't know what the point guard looks like, but they need another shooter too. Not a guy that just shoots, but they need a wing that can score at probably all three levels. Like losing Nate is going to hurt. There was games where he wasn't that great, but he got to the free throw line and was aggressive and won you some ball games late that you would squander away anytime else. So,
yeah, this all comes back to trying to get Nate Event back.
Yeah, I think
the 99.9% chance he's going to the league. You hang on to that 0.1. You hang on to it. You got to fight for that inch. Sorry.
I mean, how is Yaxel still playing and we can't get Jacoby Gillespie one more year?
Oh, I didn't know. How old is he?
This is 6th year in college basketball.
Why? COVID?
He was a class of 2020.
Oh.
Cade Cunningham and him were in the same recruiting class. Cade Cunningham's been in the league for 5 or 6 years.
23 years old.
Good for him. Stay in college forever.
Yeah.
Trey, according to reports, I just saw your message here. Lady Vols have one active roster, one player on the active
roster.
Who
is it?
I thought 4. That's crazy.
Who is it? They should cash in on some NIL money being the only one left.
Well, you got to be careful because if you get told to kick rocks after asking for that, that's bad. You might not land anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that poor Kim Caldwell, whatever you think about her, it's like officially she's just a dead man walking.
Let me ask you, why are we even doing this again? Is it based off buyout? Is it saving money? Because it's not, if your whole thing is next year, is your make or break year, you got one person on the roster. You think next year is going to be good?
I don't know if I've said this before on the show because I've told myself not to, but I'm just going to say it now for everyone that's up in arms about all this. If you have a non-revenue sport, if you are a coach of a non-revenue sport, number one, you shouldn't have a buyout. Where is that money coming from?
That's a good point.
$4 million if you were to fire her, FYI.
Number two, what the hell are you doing, Danny White, negotiating large buyouts for a non-revenue sport? In this, and you got the business acumen, blah, blah, blah. What are we doing?
For an up-and-comer.
You can't pay it. You've pigeonholed yourself here. In this day and age where money matters the most, it always has, but especially in this day and age, you can't pay it. It's not possible.
Because then, like that,
unless you go and get Jimmy
going,
Haslam to really not care about his great grandkids, don't expect to pay it.
I mean, if you do pay it, then that money's coming from somewhere. Baseball probably again.
Baseball doesn't have that amount of money. What do you mean?
I'm just throwing shade because people think like that's why Tony left was
right.
NIL money was going to the Lady
That's
Vols.
what I don't know what Josh Elander's buyout is, and no, I'm not trying to throw shade to him. It's just the realization of your sport does not make money for itself. Why do these coaches why are football coaches' buyouts so insane? Also, why is not performing your job adequately not cause for firing you? That's insane.
Yeah.
How could it not be for cause if the entire team has decided to leave?
Well, then you've seen these. You saw Texas A&M do it. You saw LSU do it. I don't think money is real.
It is. It's just being stolen.
Like, I don't think.
And the good people of Louisiana is going to feel that in some form or fashion, potentially from the mighty Mississippi, not the college trade. They are irrelevant to LSU. No offense. I'm talking about the river.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's just printing money somewhere underground. They're just printing dollars to pay these coaches buyouts.
It's the Children's Hospital. It's the insurance. Blame Allstate. I don't know. And we have no shot of funneling money through our Children's Hospital. It's in Dolly Parton's name. And she's a saint. She would never do that.
It's worth a call to ask, though.
I agree with that.
Got to make Dolly say no.
I will say we probably got to get her mic fixed next time. She's probably not very happy about that.
That was tough.
That was bad.
That was very bad.
Yeah. Not good. Lady Vols.
It's not, but yeah, and this goes into the Danny White. I guess we were talking about next basketball coach. Like, I don't have faith in him to make a good hire.
And they're like, oh, that number one player in the country is supposed to come to Tennessee. Like, you think she'll come? Why would she? There is no one here.
Yeah. And let's be honest about Danny White's football hire. It was okay. It's not incredible yet.
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's benefited more from the NIL era than it has that coaching change, personally. Not that Josh Heupel hadn't done a fine job. He's done fine. He's done good.
Got to take a step. For sure.
I'm selling season tickets if anybody would like to buy them. I'm not, but unless, hey, make me an offer. You got to call and ask.
I mean, dude, baseball, we're already getting an email. Hey, renew for next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Win an SEC in the SEC.
Hell no. Oh, man. Let's talk about Tyler Lundblade real quick.
Sick last name, by the way.
Sick. Oh, yeah. Dude, if you watch his highlights, they're highlights, so they're going to be good. But
they're all offensive, baby. Has he caused a turnover?
I did look at his steals. I think he had like 0.5 steals per game.
Okay. That's something.
Yeah. I don't know how many of those that just kind of player might have just dribbled it off his foot.
maybe his dad's keeping stats that night or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, former Belmont player has been pretty good in Tennessee. I know Jacoby didn't come from Belmont to Tennessee, but he was at Belmont before Maryland. 15.6 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, 1.8 assists. He's a shooter. He shot 43% from the field this past season, 41.6% from three. The year before that, 49.2% from the field, 48.1% from three.
Yeah. He's also a catch and shoot guy, but he can make his own shot. He does it from time to time.
Oh, yeah. A lot of his highlights are coming off screens and firing. A little catch and shoot. I am biased because I really only watch Tennessee, but I could confidently say that no one has more screens within their offense than Tennessee does. So I feel like
I think sometimes we screen just to screen.
Yeah, it's like, why would I try to like blow by somebody when I can just get a screen?
Right.
Which I kind of agree with. Don't work too hard. You do see those like bigs, like they get down on a low block, they're fighting for position, and then you have a point guard up there at the top pointing right next to him. Screen.
Yeah. He's a headband guy too, which I like.
Yeah. He looks like somebody that I would hate on an opposing team.
Yeah, he needs to grow a goatee though, and just like buy into the Skylar McBee connection.
Okay. A little dirty look.
Yeah, like that. Like you go, that kid's from Granger County. Is that where he was from? Is it Granger?
That sounds right.
Sounds right.
To
look it up now.
Also, 93.3% free throw percentage.
All right, that's going down. Just wait.
We needed it, baby.
Just wait. No doubt in my mind that that's going to get dropped this season.
He becomes a 78% next year.
He's from Skylar McBee's from Rutledge. He went to Granger High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this player. I think he's consistent. I was looking at his game logs. He scored in double figures in every game except for 3 this past season. And I think he had 7 20-plus point games. So, he can score it. It's got to translate over to the SEC, but I think him having a quick release, him coming off screens, ready to catch and shoot, I feel like that translates in every league.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not just him standing in the corner waiting for a kick out. Like he is hunting his own shot. And yeah, I think you pair him along with a really good point guard and these bigs that are currently on your roster, I feel like it's pretty solid.
Sure. Agreed.
But yeah, I think shot blocker Tennessee needs. I think another wing, unless you think Amari Evans is really going to take that next step and be he's got to be a scorer.
Yeah, I don't know if he's quite. I will say you were talking about like being aggressive. Like Nate, he's aggressive. He'll try to get to the rim. Yeah. I don't know if he's quite ready to be a prominent fixture.
Yeah.
This is a big growth year, obviously, for him, but he is the aggressive type. He will put the ball on the floor and try to go to the hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Let's move over to what we got next.
Well, baseball, big series.
Yeah. Trey, you got any news?
Oh yeah, well, more news.
I can do a little news. Yeah. Sorry, I was muted there. So not too much. Obviously, I missed everything sport headline wise is college basketball right now. I do
hold on.
Well, okay. I'm not bringing up Tiger.
Okay, like that's the number one story.
Yeah, that's the number one story. I did see that the news report as of 20 minutes ago from TMZ is that he called Donald Trump. Right.
Yeah. Can we talk about this?
We can.
Odds are he's probably taking his prescribed medicine. Pretty good on his feet though, for probably taking as much muscle relaxers and painkillers that he's taken. Did they give him that test? I thought that was like a boating test. I missed that part of it. Isn't that a boating thing?
I was talking to my guy friends about this. TMZ's on an absolute heater right now. They've been incredible the last 2 or 3 years. I feel like it started with Kobe. I mean, they were on the helicopter crash like that.
The YouTube scene where they just film their newsroom all the time has really elevated their game.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump's the one who called TMZ about Tiger?
Maybe.
I think there's a non-zero chance it is. That was the case.
It's definitely non-zero. But the biggest thing I saw this in the past week or so when it comes to news, the SEC in football is started with the Alabama AD. He kind of tossed around the idea that, hey, I think that the SEC championship game, it's time to go. that it does now that we're elevating and expanding the playoffs and that we're increasing the amount of conference games to 9, that he thinks it's time. And then as of today, Kirby Smart also comes out. And so when I start seeing things like multiple people say it from different outlets, I start to think it's probably been discussed behind closed doors. AE, the Memphis, get rid of Memphis, move to Nashville, LeBron comment. I think there's something there. So it's sad. A part of me, I understand it. But it's a realization to me that, things are changing, that we're probably going to get rid of Atlanta in the SEC championship game here soon. So.
Well, it was like the last kind of sport that like was celebrated with their championship. The other sports, like it's not mattered for a long time, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like everybody can't wait for Hoover to be done. Everybody can't wait for the SEC tournament in basketball to be over with, and get to the real thing that everybody's focused on. So I get it. I definitely think Kentucky's AD is probably all over this too, because I mean,
who is their AD now?
Mitch Barnhart.
Oh, he's not retired yet? That cushy $100,000 consultant job? Speaking of pissing money away from the SNAP benefits.
Oh, he's retiring in June.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's retiring. They gave him a $100,000 consulting job.
In the university. Yeah.
Oh, good for him. He hasn't made enough money in his 24
He's working
years.
1 to 10 though, and you wouldn't want to do it.
I mean, he got Cal a lifetime contract. He can't get a.
Oh, he got out of that. You got to give him credit for that.
Well, he's the one who made it.
I do think this is another sign that the college football is heading to an NFL model. Because if you think about it, I mean, it's very similar.
I think it's dead.
I think it's in the college. The NFL, you don't have like regular season NFC champions or something like that, So I think we're heading to an NFL model. It's happening.
Yeah, sooner rather than later. I don't know what the timeline looks like, but yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen.
I'm ready.
That was the biggest. I mean, it's been pretty dead. Besides Tiger, Tiger's eating up a lot of it. So SP Plus rankings came out last week for football, but.
Donald Trump, I don't know what you would call him, because he's dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. But obviously Tiger and Big Trump are friends. Like, I don't know, 6 hours before he was arrested, he was like, yeah, he's going to try and play at Augusta. So he's probably pretty disappointed in him.
I hope he gets the help. He needs help.
I just don't understand how these athletes continue to just drive their own vehicles.
I would like to put that out, Tiger. I will drive you around.
He doesn't even carry his own
rest
clubs.
Of my life for $100,000. I will not speak. I'll do this to drive you around. Make it $250. I won't talk to another human for the rest of my life, so no one will know your secrets. It'll just be me and you.
You have to cut your tongue out.
Sure, if that's no, that's a little too far. Because once we're done, I'd like to talk to other humans. But if that's what you need, if an NDA is not enough, I'll be a hermit, except when I'm driving your Range Rover around.
That's crazy. Yeah, I just don't understand. I mean, he doesn't even carry his own clubs, and this man's driving his own vehicle. What are we doing? He's literally wearing his own apparel while he's getting arrested. Like, dude, pay for somebody. That's what we're cutting back on.
You say these athletes. There's a big difference between like him and Dalton Connect. Like Dalton Connect can't afford a driver. This dude's worth like $2 billion. He should have like 6 drivers on staff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's insane.
You bring up a good point about the caddies. Never considered that.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point.
It is crazy. I mean, like think about it. Like Scotty Scheffler, like he doesn't even get arrested if he's got a driver. Why is this man driving his own rental car to a tournament? It's crazy.
Yeah, like why are you like? I mean, you're getting all tensed up because you're stuck in traffic. You're a little upset. Like, just sit in the back seat and sit on your phone, and have somebody drive you. It's insane. I mean, they all pay for nannies, don't they, to keep their kids? And Annie can't drive too. She come with a.
Well, she's probably You don't want her driving. I've seen a 19-year-old drive. Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe get like a 46-year-old woman to do both. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. That's crazy.
Don't do that, Tiger. Don't listen to him. Don't get a woman to drive you around. That's talking about recovery. Don't
get a
do
man.
That.
I don't know.
Yes, do that.
46-year-old man.
We got robot cars now too. Get one of the
yeah, we got cars that drive themselves.
Yeah, get a Waymo. I bet he can buy his own Waymo.
Didn't a Waymo like almost drive into a sewer line the other day? Wasn't there like an open manhole cover and it almost went in it? Didn't
a guy that is a professional golfer flip a car by himself driving too? So like what are the
good point.
Yeah, let's figure it out. Yeah. Tiger Woods buy a Waymo. There we go. We figured this out.
Listen, a lot of Tiger's had some bad luck. He's had some good luck. Don't get me wrong.
I would argue he's had some great luck, but
he's had some bad luck too. I mean, I do want to ask because I watched that body cam. That guy driving the trailer is like, yeah, I was pulling into this house. Why was he at a complete stop? Pull into the house. Tiger, maybe get off your phone. He did admit to being on his phone. He said, listen, I have some faults. I was tweeting and driving. I get it. Been there, done that, brother. So he's not free of faults. I would like to ask the landscaper why he's not in the driveway. I want to know. I would have laid on my horn. I probably wouldn't have flipped my car, but I would have laid on my horn.
Was he going to the golf course?
Yes.
Was he?
Yeah.
Dang, that'd be a tough one to call your tee time partners.
And I'm thinking to myself too, now that we're in the rabbit hole, we can keep going here for a second. But have you seen the video of him now in the backseat of the police car that came out this week of he looks awful. I mean, he looks and sounds terrible. And now I'm thinking to myself, if you're going to golf now and you're like that, and you're a mate, like
one of us.
To be fair, Tiger's always looked really bad without a hat on. He's had a rough hairline for a while. So I do want to note that.
That's why
he definitely was not as high as after that before his last car crash. There's levels to his high. He wasn't that high. If he was high, note that. Allegedly.
I mean, that's insane, guys. Like let's see if we can focus it here.
Dude, they probably didn't turn the AC on for him.
That's nuts. And you're telling me this guy's about to go golf 18 holes and shoot 7 under? Like,
I don't know if it's your camera, but those kind of look like bedroom handcuffs. They look like they have like wrist guards. Did it not?
Fluffy on it?
Yeah. Who's cuffing this guy?
They're like, oh crap, I forgot mine. This is all we got.
Tiger had some in the backseat.
Yeah, he's like, oh, don't worry, guys, I got you.
They're Nike sponsored. No, I do feel bad for him.
Do you think this was?
I didn't cry over it. The Dan Rappaport video was
the Dan Rappaport is nuts. Nuts.
Do you think it's a PR stunt? They're like, I saw what Scotty did. Maybe this is what I need.
Maybe.
I definitely got him back in the news.
Yeah. All right, let's talk some baseball.
Then Augusta was like, yeah, I can't have it. You aren't coming. Fred Ridley said, can't have you. So is it worth it?
I don't know. I don't like this view.
I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what happened to our. There we go. Yeah, baseball. Big series, LSU.
Dude, huge series. Need a series win in the worst way possible after last week.
It's a lot to put on them.
Must win. I'm just doing
3, or you're just for the whole series must win.
Dude, it feels like it. I mean, they need something.
Right now, gun to your head, does Tennessee make the postseason?
Gun to my head, probably not. I mean,
you have to win this series this weekend. Realistically, I was looking at the numbers.
Yeah, like it doesn't. It gets harder.
Yeah, and last year there was 2 SEC teams that were not, or I guess there was 3 that were not hosting, but the 2 at the end that were like the last team in. Auburn finished the year, Oklahoma finished the year with 14 conference wins. Kentucky finished the year with 13 conference wins. I think Kentucky was literally the last team in last year. But, I mean, you got to get to 13 conference wins, and what you're looking at right now, I mean, this is a huge, huge weekend for Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, what stinks about it is like you could make a case like Tennessee should be a 7-2. Like
you can make that case.
Lost in every way possible. It's abysmal of how they lost baseball games. So I mean, this feels like, I mean, next week you go to Mississippi State, you have Texas at home, you play Ole Miss. Like, it doesn't get any easier from here. You've played LSU isn't a great team in the SEC this year. I'm sure they'll look like the freaking Dodgers when they come into Lindsey Nelson this week, but they haven't looked great up to this point. Vanderbilt they're not a good baseball team. They're not good.
Yeah, that was a tough.
You off 3 times.
It was a tough one to get swept on, especially the way it happened.
Yeah. They need a series win and to kind of get yourself back and close to 500 in the SEC, because that's kind of what you're shooting for. Like, you want to win the home series, you want to win 1 game on the road. If you can do that, you're going to make the postseason. But now Tennessee has been swept on the road, so they're going to have to steal some games that they shouldn't if they're going to make the postseason.
So the big change, obviously, this week was Josh Elander heading to the dugout, someone taking over third base. You have a theory that it may change tomorrow night. Do you see this? I guess 2-parter. Was this a necessary change, and or will this change be effective?
How effective it is, we'll see. Because like Josh has always ran the offense, but he's always been at third base.
Right.
So like, I don't know if that's a huge deal. Now, like when you're dealing with like pinch hitters and like, I don't know. I just feel like when you're kind of making decisions on the whole baseball team and not just the offense, I feel like, hey, like if you want to coach a base, go coach first base and put Kivett at third base. If that's what you want to do.
What about the weeks you're on the third base line?
You switch. You switch. Yeah, I don't know what you do. I think it's just probably easier to run things if you are in the dugout.
That's fair.
And I mean, maybe it's one of those things where like, hey, whatever we're doing isn't working. Let's try this. See if that works. Because right now it just doesn't make any sense of why Tennessee continues to lose games the way that they're losing games, because it's not like it's a talent issue. Tennessee has plenty of talent. The problem is, I think the biggest problem, there's just not that same kind of juice. And they're really young. So I don't know if it has to do with like a leadership issue or like these guys, like even the leaders on this team. I know Stone Wallace got hurt, but he's kind of one of those. Blake Grimmer's been in the program for 3 years. This is kind of their first year having an opportunity to play every day. Right. The only guy that isn't a newcomer basically is Reese Chapman. He's the only one. Everybody else is in a brand new role. You'd like to see Henry Ford as a leader. I'm not saying he's not, but like those are your 2 veterans. Everybody else is a redshirt sophomore, or a freshman. So I think they're really young, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe you see them get better as the year goes on. But now we're sitting here like we're 3 weekends into SEC play, and we're 3 games back from 500. Like it's not been good. I think the hitting needs to be more consistent. I think the bullpen has let Tennessee down a few times, but if you're hitting the ball better, then your bullpen isn't like that. It's not a glaring weakness, in my opinion. So I just think there's a ton of stuff that they need to fix. They need to get right. They need to get some of these sophomores that they were relying heavily on to be dudes because they haven't been up to this point.
Sure.
So I don't know. I don't know what you do. I guess that was a long-winded.
I know
answer to
you
your
need to eat
question.
some more nachos. That's good God,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, they took him out of the MVP room. I don't have him no more.
Elander, you know what to do.
Yeah, this is on them. And they took away case for queso.
That's sickening. That's disgusting behavior.
Yeah. Now you have the Uber Eats stuff on the porches. It's too corporate for me.
Do you want
Coming from a corporate guy? I work in corporate, but
Yeah, you're 1 to 10 now. You're not even corporate anymore.
You want the stadium smaller again? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, the last time, like we swept LSU the last time they were here in the regular season, and
that's the last time LSU was here, 2019 or 2021. Sorry, 2021.
Yeah, 2021. I think it was.
That still feels like a lifetime ago.
Maybe they've been here one more year.
We retired. We retired.
I feel like that's right.
Okay, it may be. I mean, it probably is. It just seems crazy. It just seems forever ago.
Yeah. I mean, like Tennessee had that feel where like you had the students right next to the first base line pretty much. And, you know, Palmineri was ready to retire after that series because Tennessee was so nasty. So I don't know. It's got a little bit, I mean, the stadium looks awesome, but
it's too corporate.
Yeah, I feel like the whole like what this program was built on, like the flashiness, the kind of edge to them, just isn't there. And maybe that comes
literally
with winning.
Burn it down.
Not the stadium. I just wanted to feel a little bit more like a hostile environment. And I mean, to Tennessee's point, they've only had one SEC series in this new stadium, and it was against Missouri. So we'll take that. But I mean, I think this is a big opportunity for Tennessee fans to, hey, like, let's get this team rolling a little bit. Let's get some juice going because I mean, there's just not a lot. After last weekend, everybody's like, dude, this sucks.
LSU did come to town in 2024, swept them.
We swept them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did. That was national championship team.
You know those measuring tapes they have on like gas stations? So like if somebody robs a place, they can see how tall they are.
Mm-hmm.
We should put one like just outside the dugout. So every time the camera pans to Jay Johnson, you could see like he would qualify as a little person. And then if you could see like how baggy his pants are too, somehow if you could get that.
I mean, this is
got him hemmed yet?
Maybe. This is truly a battle of the underachieved because, I mean, LSU's 20-10 on the season. Tennessee's 19-10. Like, these are not great baseball teams. And coming into the season, you were thinking, like, I mean, these two could contend to win a national championship.
According to Baseball America, LSU, one of the last teams in right now, and Tennessee is on the next 4 out.
I really thought Trey was going to chime in with Jay Johnson's like official height.
No, I hate Jay Johnson. I hate that he's a midget. He sucks.
Tennessee also has rotation, mixed up the rotation again. I thought what they did last Friday worked. I know they didn't win the game, but I mean, they're just kind of flip-flopping.
Searching for a win. I like it. Try to mix it up. Try to get something going.
I mean, you need to win on Friday. You win on Friday, it's a lot easier to win on Sunday or Saturday if you just go ahead and get that one out of the way. So I like Landon Mack at Friday, but like, I don't know. You've lost on Saturday quite a bit with him. So I know he's pitched fine, but that's I don't know. Maybe they could be just trying stuff to try it. Tegan Coons is back in the rotation. He's going to be Saturday. I don't know if that's probably just giving him another day's rest. And maybe next week he'll be back to Friday. And then Evan Blanco, I know he didn't have a great outing against Vanderbilt, but puts you in a position to win. I mean, you're up 5 going into the 9th inning and pissed it away. So yeah, big series this weekend, and I mean, just got to go win. I don't know, just keep more Trent Grinlinger. I don't know what you look like. Stone Lawless is going to be out, so who's catching? Who's going to play center field if Garrett Wright's catching? I just think who plays second base is always going to be a question mark for me this on the weekends. Yeah, they just got to figure out some stuff, and I think you just kind of ride the hot hands and see if it works at some point. Because right now you're just the dudes that are in your lineup, like Blaine Brown and Henry Ford, like they've been fine. But I mean, like with everybody else, you kind of need them to be great. And I think they're batting like 200 in SEC play. So it's been tough for everybody. But same with LSU. I mean, they don't look fantastic. They're kind of figuring out their pitching rotation too. So they've played a lot of ball games where it's high scoring. So hopefully Tennessee can take advantage of that and build on what that offense did on Sunday against Vanderbilt. Like, I don't know where that came from, but let's continue that. Maybe the bullpen shores up some things and you start winning some ball games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did have some questions real quick before we get out of here. What are your thoughts on Josh Elander so far?
It's very, I mean, it's obviously frustrating, but we're not even halfway into year one. I guess we're right at halfway.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, I mean, there's a lot to, obviously upsetting, but this is who everyone wanted. Let's at least get through a full year. And even then, I mean, let's really see how it plays out beyond that.
Yeah.
But I think you get into year one, you can really start making a better assessment. I don't think you should probably have your full opinion figured out unless something drastic happens one way or the other.
Yeah. What do you think, Trey? You got from an outside perspective, what do you got?
From an outside perspective, I mean, I've always been someone that I don't fully buy that, especially college baseball, but baseball managers, I don't think they're losing you 20 plus games. I really don't. Do I think Tony Vitello changes the trajectory of the team this year? Probably, yeah, a little bit, but it's the same guys. You know, I don't think it's like schematics like it is, a basketball, a football. So me personally, I see where you're coming from, though. That's the big thing that stands out to me is that there's not that I use the word cockiness that Tennessee program had. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing that I've seen the big difference of. But as far as winning, losing, I don't think you can blame him for what's currently happening. And really, this isn't his roster players. If you want to throw it on a coach, this isn't him. I know he's an assistant. He's in with the program, yes. But like this isn't his team. This is still Tony Vitello's recruits and players and stuff like that. So
I think also too on the cockiness, like see this team win and see if that attitude changes. Because like you didn't really hear about Tennessee's antics until 2022 when they won just about every game in the regular season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they had it in 2020. They had it in 2021. But yeah, it didn't really become a national scene until
it wasn't. It really like
it wasn't their last
own role in 2022.
Yeah, like I feel like you didn't see like it wasn't a big thing until Drew Gilbert hit that walk off in 2021 in a regional.
Yeah, like you'd see an occasional bat flip.
Yeah,
but they felt like you'd see 2 or 3 a week get, like you said, get posted about how ridiculous is this team. I would beam that guy in the head. The next guy at bat's getting one in the ear hole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, old man. You throw that 75 mile per hour one that you could throw as a senior in high school, and I bet they'd really hate it.
What do you think, Landon?
I think what you said is true. Like, if you're going to throw blame, I mean, Tony Vitello is as much as blame as anybody. I mean, this is his roster that he built. I just think there's a ton of talent. Like you've recruited your ass off to get these guys on campus and into these roles, and it hasn't amounted to wins. But I think what Tennessee's biggest problem is that, you've seen them reload time and time again, but you've kind of had those core guys still on your team. You don't have that. You replaced 8 out of your 9 starters in the field from last year. And last year, that team made it to a super regional, but let's not act like they were just fantastic. They had their ups and downs. They lost 7 straight SEC games or SEC series. So it wasn't like they were just lighting it on fire either. Yeah, they made it out of the regional and went to a super and got swept by a really good Arkansas team. But I just want to give him time. If we're sitting here, we're not firing Kim Caldwell after all this. You think we're going to fire Josh Elander?
I promise you, Danny White's not acting on it fast. Don't worry about that.
And I think Caleb hit the nail on the head. Who are you hiring if it's not him? Are you going to pull a Mississippi State and go get Brian O'Connor? That no one knew was available. That's who were you going to go get?
And you see all those former players kind of take offense to people talking about Elander and saying he's not the guy and stuff like that. Tony Vitello is at the top. Right under him is Josh Elander for the reason this program is where it's at. While we're even talking about baseball on this show is because a big part of that is Josh Elander. So I just want to see it play out. Again, he could be a really great coach and it not work out here. Dave Serrano, when he came here, it was a no doubt home run hire. It never worked out. Timing is everything. And, we'll see what kind of stuff they can put together, but let's not act like Tony Vitello he was criticized too. Everybody hated the run game and what that was. They hated the pitching decisions. They hated where he would switch pitcher every out. They hated that. We never bunted, stuff like that. Especially when Tennessee's losing, you see all the people come out want to talk about how bad our baseball team is. I think those people are just sad and they look for any reason to complain and moan on social media. So
sure.
I love me some Josh Elander. So he's got my support. Hopefully they're able to turn around this season. If not, there's nobody going to work harder than him and this staff to get to where we need to get to win baseball games.
And he can always fire the infield coach as an out, if he needs to.
Defense has been good.
Yeah, but if you need, I'm not saying you should. I'm saying if you need to.
Yeah.
When the head coach, his last resort, he fires the OC or the DC.
Yeah, he's got a fall guy.
Got a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I do think it's a good sign that he is not just staying stagnant. The things he talked about, whether it does make a difference, in my opinion, doesn't make a difference at all, but that he's getting off the baselines, he's switching up the rotations, things like that. He also realizes that it's a problem. I guarantee you, no matter how much us 3 Tennessee fans, people online are mad about Tennessee losing, I guarantee it doesn't bother it. It bothers him significantly more than everyone else combined. So
yeah, he's not going to let that idiot that always tweets the definition of insanity is doing the same. He's not going to let that tweet hit.
Yeah. He also does it help him being in the dugout with guys struggling at the plate? Having just that, I don't know, just having that
turn around to see Josh Elander standing there like this. You think that'll?
Well,
he just doesn't move. I love it. He just
Tony was in the dugout. Does that give a player more confidence? Hey, that guy is scouting and he has my back, right there in the dugout. Other than, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I think it's something to keep an eye on. Some of these players are struggling at the plate. Is it just a confidence booster of me? He's kind of claps and does some signs from third base, but can you be in the dugout like Tony Vitello and just, hey, stay in it, stay in it, stay in it, just coaching? from the dugout. I feel like could be something that maybe gets some guys going. Who knows?
I would like to, before Ross Kivett is like, Caleb said to fire me. He hates me, blah, blah, blah. You look great in that video of you yelling at Georgia fans. The dad bod is almost not, are you even a father? Can't tell because you don't have the dad bod. You look great in the pinstripe pants, I'll tell you.
I'd love to hear Landon on the bat flip if you ask Xander about coaching on the third base. Obviously, I know his perspective is going to be a little bit different, but I'd like to hear what he says, coach versus dugout versus at third base and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We tried to get him in the lineup for what it's worth his senior year.
Yeah. He would have been a great right fielder. All right, guys, that's all I got. Long episode, but good episode. Thank y'all so much for listening. Go check out our good friends at hoviedrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE, 15% off. Just great hats over there. Great stuff. Go check them out. You need something to fill up that Easter basket? I know it's a little late, but hey, try to get that Hovie Dry Goods hat.
Azalea collection.
There you go. Yeah, you got to get that. You got to get that from Roback, roback.com. Use promo code More Important Issues, 20% off that first purchase. Guys, thank y'all. Have a great rest of your week. Great weekend. Go Vols. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.
Home run, slam dunks, give him 6. Boys at MII, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some Vols for life talking Tennessee. And hate us if you want, but we sure ain't